you going to stop this in the middle and for a commercial break?
Well, we don't have any official sponsors.
If you want us to do a spoof sponsor, we'll do one for you.
Dave, if you want to be an unofficial sponsor of the podcast, you're more than welcome to.
Well, one of my wives, she left me because of my infatuation with news anchors. And I'll tell you more of this after the break.
Okay.
Oh, man, look at this. He's like dropping the little hook, little lead in.
Dave, can we get you to move the mic a little bit closer? So we can...
Right there?
Yeah, that's great. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. Welcome to the Daves of our lives.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Dave O, with my co-host, Dave M.
And I'm Dave B.
And we've got Dave B on.
Yeah.
And that spells mob.
Bomb.
No, mob.
That's what I meant.
Or we could be bomb.
Didn't we have another Dave B on?
Hard to tell. We Dave around.
Dave B and I met at a networking group in Ogden. And so part of professional networking is you do one-to-ones or business-to-business. And I was like, I've got a perfect way to get to know Dave. Dave, you're going to be on the podcast. So we coordinated and got Dave on.
I've done this one or twice before with some other people, but I always enjoy this. Not only that, but I like to watch podcasts, and listen to different people and what they have to say and what makes them tick.
Yeah, well, Dave and I are not experts or professionals. Anything that we say on the podcast.
Yeah.
Our professional lives are different, right? We're very good at our jobs. But the podcast is not. Dave uses AI. But the podcast is more like, let's just chat and let's get to know Dave's.
This is what I explain to people when they ask me about the podcast. I said, this is what two middle-aged men do who don't have the appropriate funds to have proper midlife crises.
Okay, yeah.
So I want you to set your expectations real low. And then you might be
pleasantly surprised.
There you go. Yeah.
So you've been on 2 other podcasts? This isn't your first podcast? This is the first podcast I've ever been on.
Oh, really?
Second? Yeah, we had you on the Simple Man's Gospel.
Yeah, but this was the first.
This was the first.
And then I went on another one. I've only podcasted with Dave. It's practically a podcasting marriage.
There you go.
We've been doing this for over a year now.
Honeymoon phase.
It's like a year and a half.
Over.
Nah, we still got new Daves coming on. How can the honeymoon phase be over?
There's a lot of Daves around.
There are.
But, you got a long ways to go. This could go around the world.
That's...
and even back into the early days of the world. Like out of the Bible and stuff like that. There was a David.
We do have a reference that we often use.
Hold on.
What?
Oh, no, yeah. The reference of David from the Bible. Yeah. I joke around with people. I say that anything you did dumb in your life, it was before you were Dave. You were David. And I have it on good authority that King David went by King Dave after some of his follies. Yeah, I mean...
Okay.
Yeah. Sure, it's written somewhere. No, he said that we could go back into the Daves in the past. We could put in Dave and put it into AI. We could interview a dead Dave.
Oh, that would be interesting.
And bad.
Creepy. Be creepy.
Halloween edition. We
interview a dead Dave.
Daves.
Yeah.
I'm open to suggestions, Dave.
Well,
put a pin in that.
We'll have to think about how we can make that work.
Yeah.
I suggest we find someone who's already dead, as opposed to interviewing them and then waiting until they're dead to release the interview.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to work on that.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So, what were the other 2 podcasts that you went on?
Well, I had a friend. He was a medical doctor, and he helped me with a business thing that I was doing. And we went up to Mountain Green to a studio like this, and we sat down. I don't even remember what I talked about. In fact, I don't even think I watched the whole podcast. I just turned it on, and there I was, and I turned it off, and and then I can't remember the other one that I was in. So, but this is the third one. Hopefully, this will be the most memorable one for me.
Well,
memorable one?
Memorable?
We have a gift for you.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay.
Help you remember it.
Okay.
Every guest.
Oh, yes, sir.
So you'll have this to remember you from.
It's
actually a very nice mug, and one of our former guests named Dave, he owns a laser engraving business.
Oh, sure.
And he laser engraved these, and he also made the logo.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah. So your mug's there. If you need a break, and we grab a beverage for you.
Great. And I'm sure it will keep the cold drinks cold and the hot drinks hot.
It does. Well tested, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. So go ahead, hit me up with some questions, Well,
I'm going to ask just the first question. Yeah. Where are you from?
Okay.
Where, how did life begin for you?
My family originated up in Cache Valley.
Okay.
My dad was from Wellsville. And my mom, I think, was from like Providence or one of them.
Around the same area.
Around that same area. And I feel pretty fortunate because I had some pretty awesome relatives on both my mom's side and my dad's side. And my dad's sister married a fireman, and he was a fire chief in Logan at the Logan Fire Department. I think he was like a lieutenant or something. And it was always fun to go visit with him, and he always invited me over to his house and let me stay with him because he didn't have any sons until later. And he had fast cars, and he was really strong and big, and I just admired him. And he taught me how to water ski, and I did. He wouldn't give up on me until finally I got to where I could do it pretty good, And water skiing was a fun sport, and he got me involved in that. And then on my mom's side, my mom's mother and father both passed away, so my aunt kind of adopted my mom, and they lived up in Idaho, about 50 miles north of Boise. And my one cousin married a semi-pro baseball player, and so he taught me how to be a pitcher, So I enjoyed that, and he had a fast car and a dune buggy, and he was kind of crazy, and we'd go hunting rabbits and stuff like that, And my other cousin, he married an Idaho farmer, and he became really successful. He had big tractors, so I got to go up there and drive the tractors and ride horses and stuff. But yeah, and so that was my growing up, and I feel pretty fortunate that I had relatives that took me under their wing, So
yeah, you said it sounds like you had some good experiences, like good activity, wholesome recreational
growing
stuff.
up, and stuff, and I love to go up and stay with them, stay overnight, and talk about things and stuff, But yeah, and so on both sides of the family, I feel pretty fortunate with all my cousins and aunts and uncles, my grandparents, And I remember my grandmother. She had a piano, and she taught me a little bit on the piano and stuff. And I just felt bonded with her. And she passed away, and it was kind of a hard time, because I really missed my grandmother.
Yeah.
How old were you when she passed away?
I think I was about 10 years old.
Oh, you're still
when
young.
she passed away. It was kind of a trauma.
Was she pretty young still?
She was in her 60s.
Oh yeah,
pretty
really
young.
Yeah, for sure. I had an uncle that was an engineer up in California. When he graduated from Utah State, Northrop Grumman came, and they found him and they hired him, and so he moved with his family in California, So we was able to go to California in Los Angeles area and stay, and they weren't too far from Disneyland, so we were able to go there, and
nice.
And the memories are still with you, even though you get old. The memories of being with your family, they stay with you. You know?
Yeah.
And so I feel like I've had a good life in some ways because of my ancestors and family.
Yeah.
Like
so,
had a good village around you.
Yeah.
Family village.
So how long did you stay in Cache Valley? Because you don't live in Cache Valley now.
No, right? No. When I was really young, my dad just got out of the army.
Okay.
And during the Korean War when he was there. Wow. And he said something kind of funny. He said that he got released so he could go marry my mom, you know, and he saluted the sergeant with his left hand instead of the right one. And that's a no-no, but they laughed and sent him on his way, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway.
We're kicking you out of the military. You're useless to us.
But he was a little bit nervous, you know, but
how long had he known your mom for?
Well, quite a while, I think.
Okay.
You know, my dad went to South Cache High School back in those days. That was in Hiram.
Yeah, Hiram's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, all of Cache Valley is beautiful, but Hiram's really pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what. And I think my dad was a bit older than my mom's. He was like 4 years older than her, you know. But then my dad went to the service in the army, you know, and stuff. And then my dad came home, married my mom, got a job as a vacuum salesman, you know.
Wait, was
Kirby?
he like Kirby or was it like Rainbow? Or...
Yeah, it was a compact back in those days. This was back in the 50s, you know, early 50s. And he sold compact vacuum cleaners. And then after a while, he interviewed for Cream of Weber Dairy, and he became a milkman, and he did that for close to 30 years.
Wow.
Were these like glass bottle milkman delivery?
Glass bottle milk, where he'd take milk and deliver it on people's doorsteps.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of like, I wish that we still did that.
Yeah.
Winder Dairy did it for a while. It was plastic bottles, but Winder Dairy did that doorstep delivery for a long time.
I know it's more expensive, but there's something like nostalgic about like milk being delivered and the glass.
I know. And then, but my dad, he would be out on this route by 4 o'clock in the morning, every morning, and on holidays.
Mm-hmm.
He would drag me out of bed and get me up and go deliver with him. And it was freezing cold, or, you know, or
was this like
warm.
Misery Loves Company, or was he trying to like?
He was just trying to bond with me, you know.
Okay, he just wanted some father-son time.
Yeah. So I give him credit for that. He was just a reliable guy that a humble man, you know, just earning money for his family, you know, and stuff. But he was a good example to me, you know, and I was his only son, you know, and then after I was born, all they had was girls. You know?
So how many sisters do you have?
I had 5 sisters.
Oh wow.
You know.
Okay.
And then when I got married, my wife and we started having girls, you know, 3 girls, and I kept thinking, man, maybe there's something up there in the sky that thinks that in my I'm man enough for my family or something, you know.
You're man enough to have a bunch of girls.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
My friend, he has a daughter, and then 4 sons and a daughter.
Oh yeah.
And I was sitting with the 4 sons, and I said, listen, your mom and dad aren't going to tell you this, but they only wanted 2 girls. The rest of you were mistakes.
Yeah.
And they're like, Mom!
Really?
Dave,
is that true?
It's like, So you see these families where it's like 10 girls and then a boy at the end.
Yeah.
And you're like, I love
They
all
just
of you
kept
guys.
trying until they had a boy.
Yeah.
But they got the boy and then 3 sisters. Are you close with your sisters?
Well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I have 2 of my sisters. They had high positions at IRS, and they were taxpayer advocates. I don't know if you know what those are, but they fielded calls from taxpayers who had complaints and concern about their taxes. So they would try to help resolve them, And
do they still have those at the IRS?
oh yeah, yeah, they do.
I don't know if
You
you
should
should get a hold
You should
of a
make
live
a phone call,
person.
Dave.
Yeah, if you have any tax issues, get a hold of an advocate because they can help you.
So
They're on your side, really.
my sister works at a nonprofit, does taxes,
Oh, really?
and she's very good at it.
Mhm.
One year, the IRS audited her,
Oh, really?
and she took whoever it was behind the woodshed and beat them until they gave up.
Oh, really?
And it wasn't a significant amount of money.
Uh-huh.
It was like a matter of principle for her. She was like, no, you don't understand tax code.
Right.
And they're like, actually, you're right. I don't.
Yeah.
And they just gave up.
What nonprofit does she do taxes for?
It's in Arkansas.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I call her up on Tuesday. And she's like, it's Tax Tuesday.
Dave,
Tax Wednesday.
what's your sister's name? What
Rachel?
she lives in Utah?
No, she's in Arkansas.
What? But you have another sister.
I have another sister, Becky, Sarah, Aliona.
So one of your sisters commented on, because I put out a feeler out on this Connect Utah Facebook page,
Oh.
and one of your sisters commented, was like, I know a Dave, but unfortunately he's the other host on the podcast.
Oh.
Oh.
Probably Becky, Rebecca Pitt.
I think so.
I
Yeah,
think
that
I-
sounds familiar.
Shout out for Rebecca.
Mm.
She's my closest sister. The other ones are cool too, but Becky.
So that's
Becky's-
kind of a fun connection.
Yeah, me and Becky were close until Jacob came along.
That happens.
Jacob, Uncle Slacker.
Uncle Slacker.
Slack.
Anyway, back to you.
Back to
These chairs are really comfortable. I think I could stay here a while.
You gonna fall asleep, Dave?
You guys are keeping me pretty awake here.
Okay,
Just
good.
start reading The Hobbit.
I am reading The Hobbit to my
Yeah.
kids. So I have Bluetooth speakers set up connected to my laptop upstairs
Uh-huh.
and downstairs,
So you
and I
can
just
read
use the
to-
mic
Oh,
All
wow.
the kids?
to all the kids.
So,
Mm.
I could put a speaker in my kid's room and just piggyback off of it?
What do you mean?
Like, you could be reading to my kid too?
I don't think the Bluetooth connection is gonna connect.
Don't
that far,
let
Dave.
something that simple stop this. You need a live
Zoom
broadcast.
it.
You need a live broadcast.
We
You
could do-
reading.
So we could do like a live. We could
A
do like a
live reading.
live reading
Yeah.
of The Hobbit
Well,
to
there you
all the
go.
kids.
To
Just do a
all
live-
the
That's a good
kids,
idea.
all our listeners' children,
Yeah.
have Dave read The Hobbit to you.
I do voices too.
You do voices.
You do, yeah?
Actually, I do a super good Gollum voice.
I might need your Gollum voice. I'm
We
not very
could-
good.
We could
Gandalf, I think I'm getting down.
We could read together.
We could.
Sorry, we have a guest. We get it.
we got. I think.
Well, don't let
I
me
suspect.
interrupt you.
I suspect Dave has ADHD. So
Really?
I think 'twas the tism, my lord.
Yeah.
There is some spectrum that I'm on.
Absolutely true.
I will tell you, my friend who's a therapist, he looked at me one day and he goes, I think it's fascinating to have conversations with you because you've never done drugs, right? Like illicit drugs. And I said, no. He's like, it's fascinating how your brain works and you've never done drugs. I was like, I don't know. Like, I was dropped.
Dave Neville has never said anything like
It wasn't
that.
Dave Neville. It's
I
my
know,
other
but-
friend Cooper.
So we had another Dave that's a psychologist
Uh-huh.
twice.
yeah,
and-
he's pretty fun.
He's awesome, but he never said anything about you thinking like you were on drugs. So
I have a saying about that. You want to hear it?
yes,
So I just found out that I have that I'm manic depressive. He said, I think that's awesome. No, I said it wrong. I
we
said
gotta go
that
through
wrong.
your Facebook
Okay, hold
feed,
on a
Dave.
second. Hold on a second. Are you legitimately diagnosed manic depressive?
No,
Okay.
no. That's a joke.
Okay.
You know.
Cut. Rewind. Go again.
Let me try it again.
Okay.
I gotta get my straight. Let's see. I have one here. It's like this. It goes. I just found out I'm a hypochondriac, and I'm just sick about it.
That's a good one.
Do you like that one?
We got to go through your Facebook post because you have a ton of these on your Facebook feed.
Oh, have
like
you been
a ton of
reading
dad-
some of them?
Yeah.
Dad
Oh, really?
jokes. We can't pull it up because both our phones are being used. You could pull it up on
I
that.
might pull it up on the.
my
I have
gosh.
I have one new dad joke, and
Okay.
it is whenever I'm talking to my Hispanic friends, I make sure to use the word mucho as much as possible because it means a lot to them.
Yeah. Thanks for telling me the definition of mucho because it means a lot.
I know,
Like
yeah.
that.
There's different variations on it.
Yeah.
Okay, while he's looking that up, so you have a couple younger sisters. They all live around this
5
area.
sisters, yeah.
Any nieces and nephews that you get to be a super cool uncle to and drive fast cars with?
No, I haven't got any. I haven't developed a relationship with my nieces and nephews that my cousins developed. With me. Now that didn't make any sense, did it? Because when I said that, you went like, I wonder what he meant by that. But
No, you got your Facebook up. Sorry, I was just
really?
distracted.
Oh,
Saw somebody that looked like they might be a relative of yours.
oh, really?
The younger kid.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, you want to know about my family, don't you?
Yeah, let's dive into it.
Okay.
Tell us about your family. Who's in your tribe?
Well, I have, believe it or not, and I'm glad you're sitting down because people will be floored when I tell them. But I have 12 children, with one wife.
Wow.
And yeah,
Any twins?
no twins.
Okay, that's impressive because my sister has 11
Oh, really?
with one husband and no twins.
Really?
Probably would have more if she could, but that is amazing.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
12 kids.
All boys. No, you said they were girls. How many?
Yeah.
How many boys? You ended up getting some boys.
I have 5 sons.
Okay.
And 7 daughters.
This is
And if you look at my Facebook page, on that front page, there they are.
Let's see that. This is like the 12 tribes of Israel.
The 12 tribes of Dave. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So those are my kids, but that was taken a few years ago.
One of your kids' weddings?
Actually, that girl in the middle is my daughter.
Okay.
One of them. And the girls on the one side are my daughters, and the boys on the other side are her husband's friends and brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at the boys on the right going,
Yeah, they don't look
look
related.
like each
No.
other. I mean, look, genetics, who knows?
Yeah.
Like, you mix up that soup, who knows what you get?
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
so 12 kids. What ages are they?
Well, right now, my oldest is 48. He's about Dave's age, right?
No,
Or no, you're-
actually, I'm the older one.
Dave is the older one.
Oh, really?
I'm 45.
I will
Oh,
be
wow.
turning 42 this month.
Well, my oldest daughter, Amy, she was born February 1978. So,
Okay.
do the math.
Yep. So
You know.
48. February.
Yeah.
So she just turned 48.
Yeah,
a couple months ago.
February. Yeah.
I'm a February, but 81.
81.
I was in
February.
planning stages in
What
78.
day? What day in February?
February 6th.
Oh, okay.
And my mother's maiden name is... I'm not giving any more personal information, Dave. You can't trick me into this.
What was
Well,
your
I'll tell
first
you what
pet's
my
name?
mother's
What
name
street did you
was.
grow on?
Yeah. My mother's maiden name was Long. Her first name was Sherry, and her last name was Long, Long. But she was like 4'10", or 4'9". So people would say they'd call her Sherry Short, you know. And then my dad, he's about 5'4", my size, my height, and so you can't get a quarter horse out of 2 Shetlands. And so here I am. You know, it's been a challenge, especially when I have pictures taken next to a guy like your size, or you guys are bigger than me.
How tall are you, Dave?
I am 5'6".
Are
You're
you
5'6"? I'm 5'10" when I had hair. It was a quarter inch of beautiful hair.
I am about 5'10" when I put on my dunce cap, But
I have 6 feet when I have my dunce cap on.
Yeah, but anyway, it is what it is,
It's you get stuff from your parents, and that's what it is.
I had a friend, and he was small like me, and he said, I have a hard time dating girls. I have to if I find a tall girl, I'd have to walk her in the gutter so I could get my arm around her shoulder. Anyway, maybe you better cut that one.
He thinks women deserve to be in the gutter.
No,
No, we love women.
Yeah.
We love women.
Where would we be without them, right?
Right. Exactly.
We wouldn't be here.
No.
It's pretty basic. Was it hard dating?
Yeah, my first date that I ever had was a junior in high school. And then my second date was when I was a senior in high school. And my first date was a junior prom. And there was this girl, her name was Linda, and I really had I went all the way through elementary with her, and I always felt a connection with her. So it took me a lot of courage, man. I didn't know how I was going to, but I called her and I asked her, and she said, yeah, let me, just a minute. And I think she went and asked her mom, because my mom was a hairdresser, and she cut her mom's hair, so they knew my family. So anyway, she goes, Mom, Dave Bailey asked me to go to the junior prom. Can I go? And she said, yeah, you can. Go for it. So she came back and said, I'd love to. And boy, that was awesome, that finally someone would go to a dance with me. It was fun, too.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that,
What high school did you go to?
Clearfield High.
Okay.
Yeah. It's in Clearfield. Yeah. Are you guys from around? Are you from around here? Or?
No. So I grew up in Roy.
Oh,
yeah.
Roy High.
Yep.
It's in Roy also.
That's it. Roy High
is that in Roy?
It's in Roy. Yeah.
I grew up in Texas and Russia.
Wow.
And
Texas and where?
Russia.
Russia.
And I moved here my senior year of high school.
Oh.
You guys keep chatting. I need to check this camera.
He's gonna be technical stuff. So
technical.
I've been in Utah for a long time now.
Oh, really?
And I've been in Brigham for 21 years. And
so are you Russian?
No, I'm Texan.
Oh, Texan.
I'm a different type.
Okay.
Of American. My dad learned Russian in the military. He spied on the Russians before I was born. And when communism fell, he brushed up on his Russian and he got a job there as an accountant. Which
really?
I think he was an accountant, but who knows?
Uh-huh.
So I was there for 5 years, and then 2 years I went back on a mission for my faith.
Right.
My sister met her husband in Russia, the one that has 11 kids.
Oh, wow.
He was an only child and wanted a big family.
Uh-huh.
So he met her there when she was 16.
Okay.
And then my parents adopted 2 Russian girls. My
wow.
older sister adopted a girl. And actually my brother, he was on a mission in California, Spanish speaking, when we moved. And when he came home, they're like, we'll send you back to your family. And he's like, well, they're in Russia. So he went to Russia at the end of a 2-year Spanish speaking mission in California.
Wow.
He was like, it's really cold.
Did you hear that story about those 2 Russian missionaries? They got kidnapped or something.
In Saratov.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that was like part of where my mission was.
Really?
Like I knew people that knew them.
Really? Yeah.
So it was
Saratov. Saratov.
Saratov.
Saratov.
Saratov.
Saratov.
Yeah, tomato.
Saratov.
Yeah.
Saratov.
Yeah, they have an Uber driver. He's from Russia, and his name was Pick Up and Drop Off.
Pick up and drop off.
My friend Steve Morrow told me that one.
That's awesome.
I get a little mileage out of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Pick up and drop off.
I'm not going to go into a lot of details about how this happened, but for reasons, my face was in the newspaper on the front page in a city called Ulyanovsk. And this is the most popular newspaper in a town of a couple million people.
Oh, wow.
So it was not for good reasons. I had done nothing wrong.
Uh-huh.
But needless to say, it's not something that I want somebody to know me for.
So you're not going to tell the story on the podcast? Is that
this is a tease? We can talk about it if we ever talk about our mission.
Okay.
Don't tell us, but if you would have told us, what would you have said?
The title of the newspaper said, 2 Mormon missionaries robbed thanks to information from prostitutes.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
And there's me and my companion's picture on the front page. Okay, so it's like a week later. Everybody's a taxi in Russia. You just stick your hand out. Guy pulls over. He's like, hey, get in. I'm sitting in the front seat shooting the breeze with the dude. He's looking over at me. And I look down and there is the newspaper. Like sitting in the glove compartment. It has no door on it. I can see it right there. And he's looking at me and he's talking. He's like, you look really familiar. I'm like, just have one of those faces.
So did you do you have a copy of that newspaper?
I do at home.
Oh, wow.
It is a crazy story.
That's interesting.
Awesome. Yeah. We might need to unpack that at one of these.
It is nuts.
Well, you're kind of famous in a way.
No, I'm just in the witness protection program. They gave me the name Dave Matthews.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't put a whole lot of thought into that one.
You can blend in. Put you in Brigham City, Dave Matthews. I'm a sleeper agent.
So did you tell them that the newspaper that there was 2 kidnapped or something? Or how did that work?
With the missionaries that were kidnapped?
Yeah.
I mean, that was before that happened before I was there. So I just knew missionaries who knew them.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave me some interesting information that kind of made me believe I don't know them, and this is like hearsay, so who knows. But they're like, I think they did some things that kind of drew attention to them that maybe they shouldn't have done.
Wow.
Stuff with prostitutes, Dave?
No, there were no prostitutes. I was framed.
On the front page of the newspaper.
Yeah. Wow.
That was all approved. But Russia's especially then, I mean, it's just a very interesting place. A lot of really, really good people, and there's a couple bad apples that will kidnap you.
Yeah. Trying to get some extort money from you.
I did not get kidnapped in 7 years.
You what?
I never got kidnapped once in 7 years.
Never once, huh? I see.
Tried to get my brother kidnapped, but they wouldn't even take him.
Yeah.
So, Dave, you went to Clearfield High.
Yeah, let's talk about you. Forget about like me, Dave.
Russia's
more interesting.
Plenty of stories about Russia.
Yeah, who cares about Russia?
So you went to Clearfield High.
Yeah.
What did you do for fun in high school?
In high school?
What were you like in high school?
Well, I got involved in music, and I was in some of the plays. We did a play called Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I was one of the actors in that, dancers and stuff, and that. I chickened out. I feel like I could have won the part of a guy that got to kiss a girl in Oklahoma, but I didn't audition. the guy that the teacher was actually a guy in my ward, you know, and I've been in some plays in our ward, road shows and stuff.
Yeah.
In fact, the owners of the Terrace Valley Playhouse, do you know where that is?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they were in my home ward, you know, and so we had killer road shows back in those days.
Oh my gosh, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, I still remember some of the parts that I had, and I enjoyed that, you know. And then I got involved in the bands, you know, and I got to play in the concert band and the
what
band.
Instruments? And when you say music, vocal, like you sang and stuff?
No, I didn't sing. But I played the woodwind instruments. I played the saxophone and I played the clarinet in the Air Force band and the saxophone in Weber State band.
You were in the Air Force band?
Yeah, the Hill Air Force Base. It was a Hill Air Force Base band.
Oh, okay.
The marching band, you know. And I was in some parades and stuff. So that was kind of cool, you know. But yeah, I enjoyed that.
Do you still play saxophone, clarinet?
I have one, but I don't play anymore. I'm thinking I've been buying these saxophones from eBay, and they're like $200, and they're junk. They're very poorly made, and so they don't work very good, and so they're hard to play, you know. I tried to join the North Ogden band. I played it for a while, but my horns just weren't up to par, you know. So if I had some money, I'd like to buy a nice new one and practice, because I enjoyed that, you know. But I entered some contests in high school level and got judged by college professors and stuff, and that was fun. And but I wanted to be involved in athletics too a little bit, so I tried wrestling. But when I was a senior in high school, I was only 80-something pounds. You know,
wow!
Senior in high school.
What's like the highest, like the lowest?
That's
weight?
98 pounds. 98 pounds, and I wrestled with them, but then the coach said, "You know what? I think we need you as our manager rather than one of the wrestlers. You know,
more for brains."
Yeah. So they wanted me to haul the gear and stuff, you know. But yeah, the coach at that time, he was an Olympic wrestler, and he was a small like me, but he was really good, and he could wrestle with the big heavyweights. And
this was at Clearfield?
Yeah.
What was his name?
His name was Ron McBride.
Yeah.
Do you know him?
I know Ron. I don't know him personally, but I know that name.
Yeah.
Wait, Ron McBride, like, that name sounds like a football coach.
It kind of does, huh? But
no, that's a different McBride.
Yeah.
But Ron McBride was he was big in wrestling.
Oh.
Yeah, he was really good, and it was fun to, after school we'd go over into the wrestling room, and then when you got done with the wrestling, they'd give you these salt pills, you know, and I always took one because it made me feel part of the group, you know.
Yeah.
Is that kind of just for electrolytes?
Probably,
like,
yeah.
I don't know what it does. I think it does something to your blood that gets you. I don't know what it did, but they tasted good too, you know. They kind of more like candy.
We had a Dave on a couple Daves ago, Dave G, and he coaches wrestling.
Dave W.
Or Dave W.
Yeah.
Dave W.
Dave Dub.
Dave Dub.
He was he had some fun stories about wrestling and just like how the sport has changed.
Yeah.
I've thought about it. Thought about it a lot, especially when somebody was like, "Hey, you need to drop some pounds. I need to put a garbage suit on and like run in my sweats."
I don't know if I shared this when we did that, but when I wrestled, that was the way we did it. We cut water weight to make weight.
Really?
Yeah. And
they test for that now.
Yeah, they do. But I would go into the sauna and like I would like take a card to like scrape.
Really?
To keep the pores open so you sweat faster and sweat more.
Wow.
So unhealthy. So dangerous. So bad for you.
Yeah.
Kids, don't try this at home or anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wrestle where you're comfortable.
Wrestle where you. There's
yeah. Wrestle where you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Where you're hydrated. Where you're fit.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be so much better for you.
When I was in ninth grade, we had a wrestling tournament, and there wasn't anybody that in my weight class, and so the coach Yoakum wanted me to wrestle some 7th or 8th graders.
Oh wow!
And I said no, I don't want to do that.
This is when you were a senior in high school?
No, when I was in junior high, in ninth grade.
Okay.
So I said no, I don't want to get beat by a 7th grader. So what I did, I wrestled these 98-pound guys,
Yeah.
and stuff, and I was able to beat one guy, but then there was 3 others that were 98 pounds, and I wrestled another guy, and he beat me 3-0.
That's not bad though. 3-0. That's like a takedown and an escape.
He did a takedown and escape, and I was completely spent. Because it's a hard sport.
Yeah,
80 pounds versus 98 pounds.
Yeah,
like that's a big difference.
It's a big difference. Yeah,
because you have to have like a base amount of weight just to live.
I know. Yeah. My parents took me to a doctor at the University of Utah because I was slow growing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried me on a drug called Anavar. If you've heard of it.
Mm-mm. Probably because it got banned.
Yeah, probably.
It's probably like a legal anabolic steroid. Yeah.
He was trying to. The doctor was trying to do some experiments to see if they could enhance growth,
like
but
Captain America.
Yeah. It made me kind of robust, but it didn't make me grow. In fact, they're saying that it actually made me shorter than I would have been. I should have been more like 5'5" or maybe 5'6".
Is there a class action lawsuit that you can join to?
Never thought of that.
Malpractice suit.
Yeah,
you took inches away from people, man.
Yeah, but I would go to the university and I'd have to stay overnight, and they would infuse, put these IVs in me and leave me on them for overnight and stuff.
This was how they
treatment.
Treated you with Anavar.
My nephew, the one that's adopted from Russia, he's small too. And my sister, they spend a lot of money on medication to help. It's something different. It's not that to get an extra inch or two, but
yeah,
5'5", 5'4", and he met somebody, got married, they have a little baby.
Cool. Yeah,
living the dream.
Living the dream. Yep. Anyway,
so what did you do after high school? You played for Weber State's marching band?
Yeah, I was in the marching band, and I actually went on a mission.
Oh, okay.
And
where'd you serve?
I went to England.
Okay, before you got your call, where did you want to go, or somewhere that you did want to go, or were you like, I don't care?
I didn't want to go to a state mission. I wanted to go out somewhere, and I thought England was perfect because then I wouldn't have to learn a new language.
Yeah,
just a new dialect.
Yeah, We used to go door to door, and we'd turn on the southern accent. We'd go knock on the door, and a lady'd come out, and we'd go, "How do, ma'am? How y'all doing today?" And boy, they would listen to us because they enjoyed that southern drawl.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
What part of England?
Central
England.
It started out at the England Central Mission. And then,
what were the accents like there?
I was in Birmingham. That was where our mission home was.
Uh-huh.
And that I spent 10 months there. They put me in a place and they left me to rot.
They forgot about
10 months in one area.
Yeah.
Wow.
My first area was in Leicester, and that's when I was with my senior companion, and he was actually British.
Oh, okay.
And he was kind of small like me, and we got along. We learned a lot. and stuff. He was great. And I still am friends with him on Facebook, you know. And then I got transferred to go to Birmingham, and I stayed there for 10 months. And then when I thought they forgot about me, I got another call to go up to North Wales.
Oh, wow.
To Rhyl, which was a resort town. And I spent 6 months there. And then I went to a town called Shrewsbury, which was the birthplace of Charles Darwin.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Wow.
So
how's that
I
as a
only
missionary?
had 4 areas in my whole mission. I was never a leader. I never, I feel like my mission could have been better if I would have prepared better, but I didn't,
Sure.
I didn't read the Book of Mormon or nothing before I left. All I knew is I wanted to go. I'll tell you how I got my call. I put it in, and then I remember driving up my driveway at my parents' house, and my sister is standing there on the porch. She had an envelope in her hand, and
big white one.
Yeah, big old white one. And she says, "Dave, you're going to England."
She opened it.
She opened it.
Talk about a cultural faux pas. You don't do that.
Yeah. And I said, "Well, thanks a lot." Normally, it's a big deal when you open up a call.
I know.
But
people do Facebook Lives now.
That is a federal offense.
That is.
Opening somebody else's mail.
Yeah. Federal offense. You could have had her thrown in the slammer. Very charitable that you did.
She'd probably still be there too, wouldn't she?
She wouldn't get out for good behavior.
Yeah.
So, Dave, the other Dave B that we interviewed, that is the producer and the gymnast. I don't think he was super tall either.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And he went on a mission to Ireland.
Yeah, he did.
There's another small Dave.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Another small Dave B.
A small Dave.
Dave Bresnahan.
Cool. Yeah. So how many Daves have you done so far?
Oh man, are we at 10? Have we done 10?
I think we started this a year and a couple months ago in the fall. It was just me and him talking, shooting the breeze, and then at some point we're like, we don't have anything else to talk about. So we should interview Dave.
We're boring. We need other Daves to be on the podcast.
Spice up our podcast.
Wow.
And
so I think we've done 10 or more.
Really? We've done more than 10.
I do have 3 that I need to publish, including this
one.
episode.
Yeah, Dave, he does all the editing and too busy reading The Hobbit to.
Yeah, I gotta get a couple of.
So what's it about anyway? Is it about short people like me?
The Hobbit?
The Hobbit? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that is very spot on.
Really?
Have you ever read it?
I haven't.
You've seen the movie?
No.
Movies? No,
I haven't seen any of the movies.
The book is relatively small compared to the more prominently known The Lord of the Rings. So this is the prequel to The Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
And it follows the story of a hobbit.
Is it like a fantasy type thing?
It's like a fantasy thing.
It is.
Small people that live in...
Yeah, so there's hobbits and dwarves and wizards and
right.
elves.
Fairies, maybe?
Fairies are mentioned.
Are they?
But I don't know that there are actual fairies in the
I have a cousin that's really into fairies. And she has
she have a fairy garden?
A fairy garden. She has all these little knick-knack things and stuff, and she's really into it, but yeah.
I think my wife made a fairy garden once.
Really?
Nothing happened. Oh, we're back? Okay.
I'm back. This is going to be an interesting edit.
All that conversation with no video?
Well, there was some video.
Oh. You'll edit that out. We weren't. That was off the show.
Yeah. And we're back.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Is there an echo? Do you hear an echo?
No, I don't. Not through my headset. Anyway.
I know where it's coming. Just a second.
We'll find it. Dave, did you put Temu on your phone? Did you make somebody mad?
I start recording on my phone. instead of using it as a second camera.
Interesting.
Yeah. I might need to upgrade my Mac to get it to work properly. Anyway, maybe Dave, you can help me out with that.
Maybe. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, huh?
Back at the ranch. Okay, so I think that you were at Weber State in the band.
Yeah.
And what were you going to school for?
Well, I was going in business.
Okay.
You know, to finance my life, I got a job at IRS, and I was in the mailroom, and my first assignment there was I had to be there at 6 o'clock in the warehouse, and I would get in a 2.5-ton truck, and I'd drive it to the post office and get all the certified and registered mail for the day for the whole IRS. And then I would back it into the warehouse, and then I would get pallets and electric tugs and put them on a cart and take them out to microfilm and various places. And then when I got that done, then I would go to the mailroom, the administrative mailroom, and sort mail for all the bigwigs. So
you didn't open any and like do anything, but you were sorting all the communication.
Yeah, sorting the communication with the administrations.
That's probably a lot of work.
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
How many months was it super busy during a certain time period, and was it seasonal, or did they give you other things to do? I was a full-time employee.
I was a GS3, and I started out at $3.53 an hour.
So wow. Was this the IRS building on 12th Street?
12th Street, yeah.
I've been there. I haven't been in there. I've been in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have been there.
Yeah. And then,
it's complicated.
And then after a while, after 2 years, I applied for a job at Hill Air Force Base because I was already a government employee.
Yeah.
And I went to work. I got a job in electronics, working on the AIM-9 missile.
Oh, cool.
Which was air intercept missiles.
Yeah.
And my job was to tear them apart so that the mechanics and the skilled people could overhaul them, you know. But it was a difficult thing because I felt like I was working with a bunch of Vietnam veterans with mental problems.
Yeah.
You know, and there was swearing and people were, you know, they tried to intimidate the little guys, you know, and stuff, and they would tease and they would make fun and that, you know, and I had a hard time dealing with that kind of treatment.
Were you ever treated that way in high school before?
To a degree, yeah.
But this was worse.
This was worse, yeah. Those guys, those military guys, you know, they all smoked and they swore and they looked at pornography and all that bad stuff, you know, and that was totally foreign to what I was used to because I came from IRS, and IRS, well, I got voted to be one of the leaders in IRS, and I was the guy that was in charge of the IRS Queen contest, you know. And so what they did is, and there was a whole bunch of girls and young women, you know, that worked there.
It was like a pageant?
Yeah, it was like a pageant.
Okay.
And I got to drive. We made a float on the tug that I used to take the mail, and the Queen contestants would. I'd drive them around the service center so they could be viewed, and then they could vote on who was to be the queen. You know, that was kind of fun. And then we had a beard growing contest, and so I was in charge of that too. You know, and so I got my picture in the newspaper, not like you did, but
there were no allegations of prostitutes.
Yeah, but here I am driving this big old tug, and it said David Bailey's enjoying the attention he gets by taking the Queen contestants around. It was kind of fun. And then,
did you drive around the guys with the beards too?
Well, they had pictures of us all. I tried, and I got best try. I couldn't grow. I still have a hard time growing beard.
I'm working on it.
Dave's working on it. He's growing it out. My grandpa won a beard growing contest in college and won a brand new car.
He did?
What?
Did he have was it a big honker beard?
I don't know. I think they had you had to be clean shaven and it was so long. But all I know is he won a beard growing contest. And he got a car, huh? I figure if I have a good beard, it's because I'm like a thoroughbred. I'm like a beard of racehorses.
Some of us still have this hair.
Some of us have this hair. Yeah. Look at your arms. They're hairless. Look at these beauties.
You're a hairy dude. I'm a hairless guy. My sons, I got 3 sons that they all have beards.
Oh, really?
But I have one son that's hairless like me.
I said, those genetics.
Yep.
Yeah.
They take after the hairy ones take after
their mom.
Their mom. Their mom, she was the only girl, and she had 4 brothers, and she was the youngest. And I was the only boy in my family, and I had 5 sisters, and I was the oldest.
Oh.
And it's kind of interesting because one of her brothers was named Dave.
It's a good solid name.
And the other brother was a saxophone player at a college level. The other brother was Stan, and he was kind of a small built guy, but he had a big old beard though. And then she had another brother, Michael, that served a mission in Europe, like I did.
It was like she was looking for
she was just like the perfect match,
Perfect match. Is it okay if we dive into how you guys met? Was she on the float?
No, she wasn't an IRS. Her dad sent her up to Weber State, and I was seeing this girl in Harrison Heights, right across the street from Weber State.
Yep.
Apartment 3B. And there was 4 girls. Well, this girl, my wife came, and she was in that apartment, and I dated her. She played the piano.
Wait, did you do the roommate switch? You were dating a different girl in the apartment?
I was trying to. But they weren't too keen on a little 5'2" guy, or 5'3". I think I was 5'4" then, but since then I've shrunk.
Yeah. They weren't super keen on it, but you kept coming, and then a new girl came in.
A new girl came in, and I thought she was really sweet and innocent, kind, and musical and intelligent. So,
how long from the time you met her to the time you asked her out? How many minutes from the time you met her to you asked her?
It was a couple weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Were you just getting to know her, being all cool and casual, or were you just
piano,
waiting?
And I played the saxophone, so we went over to Weber State and went into the band room, and they had these little practice rooms, and she would play and I would practice. She was a better piano player than I was saxophone player, but it was and then anyway, I asked, it was like Christmas holiday. She went home, and I got thinking about it, so I thought, well, I'll call her on the phone.
This is expensive. This is 5 cents a minute or something.
Well, it was through the landline, back in those days.
Well, but was it long distance?
Yeah.
It's expensive, isn't it?
That's true, huh?
Yeah, it was 5 cents.
Yeah.
If you tried to call from Salt Lake to Provo, it was 5 cents a minute.
Yeah.
You were going from one area code to another.
Yeah.
I know. This is a foreign concept now, but it was that way.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I asked her, and she said, I'm going to have to think about it.
You asked her on the first date over Christmas break?
Yeah, I asked her to marry me on Christmas break.
How long had you been dating for?
It's been maybe a month or so.
And you just called her up over the phone and said, "Hey."
I figured it would be easier for her to tell me no over the phone than it would be
in person.
in person. So, and she told me she wanted 12 kids. That was
part of the deal.
That was the rule. She says, I want 12 kids.
Did you say I'll die trying?
I almost did.
There is a limit.
Yeah. Well, that marriage lasted for 27 years.
Wow.
After I had one son that was born with a severely deformed heart.
Oh.
And he had a heart transplant when he was 7 days old. And back in those days, it was in the early 90s when he was born.
Okay.
That was quite an experience, see what he had to go through. Because back in those days, heart transplants were not very common. They're more so now, but anyway.
Dave's just looking at the technical. If it's not too personal to ask, you said the marriage lasted 27 years.
Yeah.
Is it like
Divorce?
Divorce.
Yeah.
So you still had some kids at home at that point, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they lived with her,
But that's hard. It's harder when the kids are, the kids are a little older. Divorce is hard no matter what.
Yeah.
But when the kids are young, it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still paying for it too. I wish I could go back, start over, but it was hard.
Are you guys on good terms?
Oh yeah,
or?
we talk. We talked when my youngest daughter got married. I kind of was walking around with her, 'cause she's has a cane now, and stuff.
So she can't outrun you.
No, no, she can't. And she's remarried too, and she's having some issues with that. It was it's hard, because it was completely foreign to what I thought would happen. But there was just some issues that came up, and I didn't want to be alone.
Yeah.
So that when that happened and the divorce was final, I didn't know what to do. But one of my cousins, he married a girl from Colombia, and she had a friend in Colombia. So he called me up and said, David, he said, and his wife is Colombian, and he said, my wife has somebody she wants you to meet, and I thought about it, but anyway, I woke up one morning and on my porch was a big envelope, and I opened it up and there was this picture of this gorgeous Colombian girl, and her name was Stella, and my cousin said, and then I decided to go up there and visit my cousin and meet his wife, and we talked.
Is your cousin from Colombia?
No, his
wife is. Okay.
Yeah.
And did he move to Colombia to be with her?
He's there now, but he actually brought her to the U.S.
Okay.
And went through the immigration issue, So, yeah, this is bringing back some memories, You guys are...
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to skip and go or over to another subject anytime, that's fine.
Well, there were some good things that came out of this, because when I went there, he sent his... she didn't know any English, and I didn't know Spanish, but my cousin sent his stepdaughter, who was fluent in English, and we met in Houston, and then we flew down to Colombia. And when I got off the plane, they were really excited. In fact, they made a big old sign and to welcome me. I felt like I was like a handsome prince riding in on a white horse to rescue a damsel in distress that had worked really hard in Colombia and in poverty.
Yeah.
How that is.
Yeah.
And so anyway, when I got there, they whisked me away, and I went to her apartment, and there her sisters and her brother-in-laws and her mom and her dad, they were all there, and they had a big old party for me. They had balloons, and they wished me happy welcome to Colombia, and they treated me like a king, you know. And I was just completely blown away. And not only that, but she was gorgeous.
How long after your divorce had this been? Was it pretty fresh still, or it had been a while?
It's been a little while. A little while.
And so you probably hadn't felt like that in a long time.
Yeah, I hadn't felt like that, you know. And it gets really interesting. But then I stayed with her for a week, and they took me all over all around Colombia.
Yeah.
And stuff.
This, Bogota.
Okay. Yeah, that's where she lived.
Okay.
Bogota. I know that because of Pandemic. It's
really?
The board game.
Board game?
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Bogota is one of the cities on the board game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, but in Bogota, Colombia, they have all these guerrillas there, and they live in the forest, you know, and they have these young 17-year-olds with machine guns, and they line them up on the road, and they guard to make sure none of these guerrillas come out, because they want to. They would like nothing more than to kidnap a rich American.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that, but they.
Oh wait, you're talking about gorillas.
Like guerrilla warfare.
Guerrilla warfare.
Like,
I thought you were talking about like monkey gorillas.
Oh, no.
And I was sitting there thinking,
yeah, apes, Dave, apes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
see what you say. Gorilla.
Don't
GUER or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Geo. I'm like,
different gorilla.
gorillas native
Yeah.
to South America? I thought those were like little monkeys. So I'm sitting there going through my head and like, yeah, just like Donkey Kong kidnapping the princess. Yeah, this makes sense. Sorry,
so they lined the road with like an armed guard.
What they would do is if you got caught stealing, they would throw you in the back of a big cattle truck, and they would handcuff you to the rail, and you would stay there all day while they were rounding up criminals, and then they would take them and put them in jail. You know, I mean, you can't believe some of the way those people live. You know,
Yeah.
and my girlfriend, Stella, she was a seamstress, and she worked for a Levi manufacturing company, and she would take out denim and cut it and then make Levi's like this from scratch.
Yeah.
And they pay her like 90 cents a pair.
Wow.
And she'd work 12 hours a day. And not only that, but she was gorgeous. I mean, she was a knockout. And I'm thinking, whoa. So anyway, I left.
Was there a big age gap between you two?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
But you're like mid 40s, I'm guessing, late 40s.
I was 53.
She's
She was
43. That's not an age gap.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Really? Yeah. So anyway, I went back. I thought about it after I only stayed for a week because
It's expensive.
I had to go to
work and stuff.
Yeah.
I had bills and I had alimony and child support to pay, all that. And then I went home, and then after about 3 months, I decided to go back. I still talked to her, even, you know, and I had a lady, a girl at my work that was fluent Spanish, and she would translate for me, you know, and I would read all these love letters that she sent me. And I felt like, hey, this is where it's at, you know? So.
Yeah.
Had she been married before? Did she have any kids?
She had 3 kids.
Okay. And were the kids older?
They were, the boy was like 10, and then she had a daughter that was like 13, and then she had another daughter that was like 17.
Okay.
But that there's some interesting things that come out of those 3 kids too that I'll tell you about.
Okay.
So anyway, I went back, and I was enamored by her, you know, and I asked her to marry me, and she said yes.
But this time, not over the phone.
Not over the phone. This was.
Did you learn how to
Right
say it in
next to me.
Spanish?
Huh?
Did you learn how to say it in Spanish?
I said, mi amor, I called her that. You know, I had a translator on my phone, and I said, will you marry me? And then I showed it to her, And she said, yes. And she gave me a big old hug. I felt like I died and gone to heaven.
Yeah.
You know? And so I went home and I did all the immigration thing. It took a year.
Wow.
I sent pictures of us. I sent everything that they needed. And I'll never forget when I got that letter from the immigration that says, congratulations, your fiance is now legal to come to the U.S. And so I don't know where I'm going with
you
this.
booked the flight.
Oh yeah, I booked the flight. I sent some money. Is it working? Well, maybe that's good because maybe this part we don't need to put on the
audio
anyway.
is working.
Oh, it is.
Because he records the audio separately.
Oh,
but there's something we've never had this problem before.
Those Apple's products, they're problematic.
Probably Iranian hackers. They're taking out the American podcast. Do you want us to keep talking, Dave, or okay? Can you? So you got another exciting letter.
Yeah. So she came, and then I told my family about it, and so she came. We flew in Salt Lake, and then the very next morning, I went up to Morgan and had the justice of the peace marry us.
Okay,
you know, and she was awesome, you know, and she was a hard worker. I'd be working in the yard, and she'd come and bring me drinks and lemonade, and she kept the house spotless. She was an amazing cook, and she just kept herself busy, working, doing stuff, you know.
Did she learn English? Like, after she came here, she started learning
really
some
English now.
Okay.
You know, and then my oldest son, I called him over here, and I said, Derek, come here a sec. I said, what do you think of her daughter? She's like 17.
Mm-hmm.
How old's your son?
He's like 18 or 19.
All right.
You know, I said, what do you think? And she said, yeah, she's gorgeous. And I asked Lady, that was her name. I said, what do you think? She said, yeah. So anyway, they started dating, and then they ended up getting married. And now I have 3 grandkids.
Wow.
From that union.
Okay, wait a second. Does that make... Let's think about this.
So at the wedding,
siblings get married. Does that?
Yeah,
it's
I
fine.
said I'm the father of the bride, and I'm the father of the groom.
And this is not West Virginia.
Yeah, it was kind of
not Kentucky.
Kind of cool.
That's funny because my wife and I were remarried, and I'm always teasing my daughter about her stepbrother. And I'm like, Lucy, no.
Really?
And she's like, I'm not interested. He's like, oh, gross.
Really? Yeah. But they have 3 amazing kids, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at you, little matchmaker.
Yeah. He's they both have really good jobs and stuff, and I couldn't ask for anything better. And you know, but
good. That's good.
My grandson, though, he's 14 years old, and he's like 5'9", and he plays basketball, and he's
gigantic
really athletic. Yeah, he's a big kid, you know. And I take a picture, and here he is, and here I am, and he's only 14 years old. I'm thinking, how would it be, you know?
Yeah.
The oxygen, there's less of it up there. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
You're lightheaded all the time.
Yeah, that's for sure. Down here in the earth, down closer to the earth, we get better smells.
It's better down under, like Sebastian says.
Yeah,
what do you want from up there?
Her son, Stella's son, his name is Sebastian.
Oh,
and
Sebastian understands.
Yeah, he has a couple of kids now. They live in Florida, and he's a truck driver.
Okay.
And then Stephanie, their daughter, they live in Florida, and she works at a store, and her boyfriend, he works at Disney.
Oh.
You know.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. Anyway. I got a lot left of my life to tell you, but I don't know. We're about...
You keep going. We're very interested.
I think Dave's getting tired. I can see that his eyes starting to close.
Dave.
It's because I'm Asian.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
He said it. We didn't say it.
You Asian.
So, well, Dave,
So then,
what happened with Stella?
Okay, well, after 7 years, she took a trip down to Florida because she has some relatives there. She came back and picked her up at the airport, and she said, "I'm gonna divorce you. You know, I've got what I need. You know." She speaks English. She has a green card, Social Security.
Yeah.
And now she's a U.S. citizen. You know. But we still talk, and we're friends.
Okay.
And she comes up and stays with my son and her daughter, and sometimes, and we go on dates and stuff. But we don't.
Okay.
You know.
Wait, you go on dates with her sometimes still?
Mm-hmm.
So, did you see anything come? Did you see it coming, or did it like catch you off guard?
Caught me off guard.
Yeah.
You know, story of my life. Okay, now we're gonna go to wife number 3.
Okay.
So,
how'd you meet?
Okay, I got on this dating site called I can't remember the name.
Tinder?
Of it. No. Anyway, I see this little Asian girl, and she's from the Philippines, and she's a nurse, and she's LDS, and return missionary.
Same faith, like
same faith, gorgeous. I went up. I talked to her quite a bit on the phone and stuff, and texting and that.
She speaks English.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Fluent. She lives in Oregon. Too.
And age gap there, big age gap, little age gap.
She's about 6 years younger than me.
Oh, not bad. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah. And she's rich. She has a beautiful house. She's single. She gets, you know, it all added up, but there was just nothing there, you know. But we're still friends. I talk to her almost every day. We're divorced now, and but I talk to her a lot.
How long were you guys married for?
8 years. We were married for 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And did that one kind of catch you off guard too when it wrapped up?
Well, kind of. And she wanted a divorce because she had somebody she was interested in the Philippines.
Mm.
And I wanted a divorce because there was nothing there. She was in Oregon and I was here. And,
yeah.
And we just too hard.
Yeah.
You know. But I enjoyed going up there. I'd go up there to see her about once a month, you know. And she would always meet me at the airport and have a sandwich for me and stuff to eat on the way, take her on the way home.
Did that sandwich mean a lot to you?
Man, those sandwiches were awesome. You know.
I've told Dave this before, but like when I went, I mentioned to you this before the podcast that him and I both been divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different situations, different length of marriages.
Yeah.
But I think it was like 12 years ago. I was going through the divorce, and about 11 years. So a year later, I was dating a girl, and I came over just to hang out with her. Like her kids are in bed. It's a long day at work, and she was like, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, "Yeah, I haven't eaten anything." And she made me a sandwich. I'm not joking. I cried. Like that was the first. I mean, it was a good sandwich.
Really?
but it was just.
It wasn't about the sandwich. It
wasn't about the sandwich.
It was about.
It was just the fact that one, she asked, and she just did it so happily, and like my ex-wife was not that type of person,
right?
To be caring in that way, and that's when I realized, like, man, I was not in a good marriage for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a sandwich, but it, like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I was hungry too, so that was good.
That was good.
But it's interesting to me talking to people and like the little things, like what matters to them.
Yeah.
Because there's some men that like, oh, their wife makes them a sandwich and like doesn't really move the needle. But the way you talked about it, like she made me a sandwich.
Yeah.
I was like, I can understand that.
There's something magical about sandwiches. You know,
I think just food in general.
Yeah.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
My mission president said, make sure you marry somebody who can cook, because looks fade.
Yeah, they do.
His wife was serving soup and she hit him with a ladle over his head.
Really? Yeah.
She was funny.
Yeah.
Awesome. And they loved each other. It was, they were cute, but yeah.
Yeah. So where did you go on your mission?
I went to Russia.
Oh wow.
To Samara. Yeah, you were asking about Saratov.
Yeah, Saratov. Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I'm not remembering. I remember a lot in the past, but
not as much.
In the present. You know.
Yeah.
I think that's normal
because my mind is always off thinking of the past. They say, I heard a saying that says old men think of the past because they don't have a lot of future, and young men think of the future because they don't have a lot of the past.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That does make sense, because I do think about the past. I don't know. I didn't think about that.
I like reminiscing about, my aunts, my uncles and aunts, and all my cousins that I have, and the directions that they have gone or are going. You're
still close with your cousins?
A lot of them, yeah. Yeah. My one cousin, he was in the Tabernacle Choir.
Oh, cool.
And
wait, when did he sing in it? Is he still in it?
No. They kicked him out when he was 60 years old.
Yeah, because after you've been 18 years in there, you're done.
Oh, really? Yeah.
What years was he in there? Because I did a performance with the Tabernacle Choir.
You did?
In 2002.
Oh yeah, he'd have been in it then.
And we sang at the Tabernacle during the Christmas season.
Oh wow!
I was in the Utah Symphony Chorus, and we did the spoken word.
Oh wow! Yeah, he was one of them. I think it was 2000 and wait a minute. See, Emily and I were just married, and we went to their graduation, and there was like 10 or 15 choir members that were released, and my cousin. It was back when Thomas Monson was the prophet.
Okay.
So
it would have been. Jeez.
I think that was if it was Monson when he got released, then
that was in the 2000s.
It was because Gordon B. Hinckley came to the performance.
Oh really?
When we performed. Yeah, no, it's fun.
Yeah.
So you have a very talented, like that. Yeah. That is to be in the Tabernacle Choir.
Oh yeah.
You are.
He's amazing. And him and his wife now are on another mission in Luxembourg in France area.
Cool.
Yeah. And he served his mission in Switzerland, where he spoke French, and I was in England. And then
where you spoke Southern.
Yeah, and I spoke Southern. Yeah. But that was fun. I was actually when I got done with my mission, there was five others plus me. That's 6. We went over the English Channel. We got on a train and went to Paris, and then we rented a car and we took off. And I wanted to go down to Switzerland to where my cousin was and meet him because he had a few more months to go.
Mm-hmm.
But we decided not to because it was too far out of the way.
This is what you did after your mission was over?
Yeah.
You just went on a tour?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we got to go to... I got to go to France and Paris and Luxembourg. I went to Holland and Austria, Switzerland.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The mission president called you up and said, "We haven't released you."
He didn't want us to go, but he said, if you really want to, then you're free to go.
I don't want you to go. Why? Well, it's only been 12 months, and you're supposed to be here for 24.
Yeah.
Just consider this a long P-Day.
You're right.
See you later.
Yeah.
So you'd been released from your mission at that point, then?
Well, yeah. Well,
no, they were just proselyting.
We released. They don't release you till you came home.
Okay.
You go to the state president.
Yeah.
And then he releases.
So were you technically not released?
Right. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, as long as you were with your companions.
There was 6 of us, and then on the way home, I was teamed up with Elder Wilson, and he lived in Roy.
Oh, cool.
Okay. And Elder Wilson, he wanted to go to Washington D.C. to see the new Washington D.C. temple.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go home because
you were tired at that point.
My family.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the New York airport by myself,
for the first time in 2 years.
And I'm sitting in there, and I turn around, and there was one of the apostles looking at me.
He knew that you were rogue.
He told me. I went up to him and I said, "Hi, Elder Packer. I'm
Elder
Elder Bailey." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I thought you were a missionary." And then he looked at me with these piercing eyes, and he said, "Elder Bailey, it's a good thing. It's a wonderful thing to be a worthy missionary." And that kind of made me feel good.
Yeah.
That he said that.
That's cool.
And then I'm sitting on the plane, waiting to go, and he sat like 2 seats ahead of me, and then his wife was there, and he had a daughter, and his wife came up, "Hi, Elder, how are you? I'm Donna Packer," and then his daughter came up to me and said, "Hi, Elder." Kind of made me feel good,
That's a cool experience.
He has a lot of family here in Brigham.
Yeah.
Like, he's from Brigham and stuff, so the temple
was because of him
excavating it. They found a brick from the old elementary school there.
Oh wow!
And they gave it to him.
Really?
Because he went to school there.
He went to school there.
Yeah. So it had like some sentimental value, but
yeah. He actually came and spoke to us missionaries, and he gave an amazing talk, and it was incredible. It was a good experience. I'll never forget that.
I'll tell you a quick thing that happened on my mission on the plane. It's not as cool as your story, but it was awkward.
Really?
There were no prostitutes involved.
Okay.
Sure, Dave.
We were traveling, and it's a long flight to Europe.
Yeah.
And it's nighttime, so they like turn down all the lights, and like people are going to sleep and stuff. And I'm just by myself flying to Russia.
Yeah.
And I don't have my jacket on, and they told us not to wear our name tags. There's certain reasons why sometimes they're like, don't wear your name tag.
Yeah.
They're like, don't wear a name tag or whatever. So I'm walking around. I loosen up my tie, and it's nighttime. I don't think I have to have it buttoned up all the way.
Yeah.
And I'm walking. It's one of those big planes with 2 aisles, and I get to one of those like junctions where there's flight attendants and bathrooms, and they got like a kitchen over there, whatever it is. And this flight attendant walks up to me and goes, "What's the matter? Why are you? What is wrong with you?" And grabs my tie and tightens it up.
Back up.
This is the first time a woman's touched me in a couple months, because it's got that whole 3 feet rule. Like, hey, no touching.
Don't touch. Yeah.
And I look at her, and I look over at like another flight attendant, and I realize my tie looks almost exactly the same as the flight attendant's ties.
Oh, really?
And I go, I don't work here.
Really?
And she goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry."
Really?
It was such a big plane.
Right.
She thought I was
like
another
a flight attendant, or maybe a pilot or something.
She thought I was another flight attendant.
Really?
And was trying to keep me from like getting them in trouble by like breaking the rule, because this is when the flight attendants, they wore ties back then.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "It's okay." Yeah. Like I land, I'm like, "So a woman touched me on the plane, mission president, and probably going to hell now."
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta go confess or get
I liked it too. I liked it. She made me a sandwich.
2 sandwiches.
She said she was so sorry. Yeah, but I just remember like, I don't work here.
Wow. And you were just a naive missionary kid.
I don't know if I was naive.
Well, I think you are.
Young and innocent.
I was good. I was just like, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
They told
that
me
is awkward, Dave.
They told me don't let the women touch you. They're already touching me. I'm like, this is the first time I'm alone in like I'm 3 hours in and they're already touching me.
Yeah.
Jeez. Like
They just can't keep their
can't
hands
keep
off
their
you.
hands off.
Can't keep their hands off you.
Yeah, different time.
Dave, what's next for you, like in life? You say you don't think a whole lot about the future, but
Yeah.
you still got life to live.
Well,
What's
I do.
next for you?
Well, I retired from Hillfield
Mhm.
after 33 years,
Congratulations.
and
That's a long
I
time.
got a retirement. When I retired, I got a certificate and a watch thing and a medallion, and I'm standing there, and the colonel was there with a bunch of us others, because it wasn't just for me, it was
Sure.
for others too.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, I said, and my wife Stella was there, and her kids, and she got a big plaque, and and the colonel was there, and I get up there to say my speech, and I said, of all the jobs I've ever had, this was one of them. And I sat down.
Did everyone laugh?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope they did.
Yeah, they did. But while I was working at Hillfield, I had so many kids, and I was overwhelmed, with them all, because I couldn't spend the time I needed, but I needed to pay bills. I needed to feed them and give them.
It's really
lessons.
hard. It is really hard as a dad.
Yeah.
I feel like to do that.
So I started up a lawn care service, and I did aerating and power raking, and I did mowing and trimming.
Did you do this and you took kids and got them involved so you could spend time with them?
Sons, a couple of my sons, they would go help me
a
little bit, but they hated it, But I did it, and then
Was this after retirement you did the...
No, this is while I was working.
While you were working to make ends meet.
I worked a swing shift out at Hillfield.
Okay.
And then in the morning, I'd get up, and I had a trailer, a Wells Fargo cargo trailer, and a truck, and a dump truck, and all this equipment. And I'd go around and do my routes. And then I'd come home, take a shower, and then I would go to the bus stop, get on the bus, and go to Hillfield.
Yeah.
And work until 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'd come home.
Do it all again.
And then while I was doing that, my dad finally, he used to work for Winder Dairy, because he bought his route from Winder Dairy bought him out.
Okay.
And so we bought a dry cleaning company in Salt Lake City in Sugar House. And my dad and I did that. And my job was to repair all the washing machines. It was a laundromat with dry cleaning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And did that for 10 years. And this was during the time Ammon was born with his heart issues, and that. And then when that was, then and all that time, I had some really cool experiences with that. I'll never forget, my wife was in the hospital. We were going to have him, and she was in the University of Utah up in the newborn intensive care.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided, while I was waiting, I thought, I'll decide. I owed the hospital some money, so I went downstairs, and I ran into a guy that played in the Air Force band with me.
Oh.
And we were talking out in the hall, and then down comes Gordon B. Hinckley.
Huh.
And he had a bodyguard with him.
Yeah.
And he was walking down that aisle, and I says, I'm going to go talk to President Hinckley or something, So I told my friend I have to go. So I follow him down, and he goes into a clinic, a clinic 7, and I thought, well, I'll run down to clinic 9, and I will pay my bill, and then I'll come back to clinic 7, and then maybe if he comes out, I'll
gotta pay my bill before I continue stalking.
Yeah. I wanted to talk to him.
Yeah.
But I went down and paid my bill, and I came back, and he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of exciting,
Yeah.
And at that time, I think he was I don't know if he was the prophet. Maybe I think he was. would have been back in 1990, 92. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a really cool experience because when he came out of the window at the hospital, they stuck all kinds of tubes in him and all this stuff to keep him alive. And my dad and I gave him a blessing, and my dad put the oil. When he said that, it was a really spiritual experience.
Yeah.
And now he's 33 years old, 34 years old. And he has a little baby girl. How cool is that?
That is so cool.
Yeah.
One of the things when he was in having surgery, my wife and I were sitting in the waiting room, and we noticed this couple. They were from India or something, because the woman had like one of them red rubies on her forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It's considered a mark of beauty.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, and the doctor came in and says, "You can come and see your daughter." And so they left. My wife and I were talking. I said, "I think they're from Iran or Iraq or India or Pakistan or someplace like that." You know,
Not Kansas.
No, not New York City. Anyway, well, maybe so. But anyway, and we talked about it, and then about 45 minutes later, the man came in, and he said, "What are you guys here for?" And I said, "Well, our son's having surgery." He said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "He's having a heart transplant." And then he started to cry. You know, and he said, "Take good care of it, because you're getting my daughter's heart."
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
You know, I said, "What happened?" And he said that she was less than a year old, I guess, and she was able to crawl, or maybe 1 to 2 years. She crawled and she pulled a television off of a shelf.
Oh my gosh.
And it hit her on the head and killed her.
Oh my gosh.
But the heart was a perfect match for my son.
Does he still have that heart?
He still has it. 33 years.
I think that's kind of a tender mercy for both of you to be able to see each other. Like, for them, it's tragic what happened, but there's probably some tender mercy about seeing
the family that donated. Yeah,
that like
the
for the family that lost their daughter, seeing that it's going to a good family.
Yeah,
and then for you to see where it came from.
Yeah.
That's not a common thing. Typically,
I know they try to keep them apart.
Yeah,
you know,
for good reason.
Yeah,
but I found out the name. Her name was Avni, Avni, and my son's name was Ammon. And I had some lady found out about it, and she engraved on china and she did an engraving, and it was a cup, a crystal cup, and it had Avni and then a heart, Ammon, and we gave that to the donor family.
Oh, so you kept in contact with them?
I haven't lately, but it was really interesting because we farmed out all of our kids to people in our ward, and one guy in our ward actually worked with the father of the donor girl in Salt Lake.
Oh, wow!
And here I am in Ogden.
Small world.
Yeah. And he said, we had a guy call in, said that his daughter had an accident, was killed, and we're at the hospital now, and we can't come into work, you know. And then, and actually, one of my daughters stayed at their house that night because they had daughters the same age as mine, you know.
Oh,
so
holy cow!
Stayed. You know?
Wow.
So kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, such a small world.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there you have it. I'm thinking I think you need to get some sleep.
I
Dave.
probably do, Dave. You're probably right.
I kept you up too late. Well, that's what you get for inviting me. It's
late night with Dave's.
Dave's After Dark.
Dave's, yeah, not Dark Dave's.
Yeah. Well, there's more
Dave's
to my
After Dark.
We all have lives, We all go down different roads.
Yeah.
And we all have different experiences, and these experiences teach us things that we couldn't learn in any other way. So we got to realize that, we go through this course one time,
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Anyway, I got a lot more to tell you, but I think I've told you more than I should have.
Well,
no way.
No, there's so much more. Well, thanks, Dave, for coming out and making time for us.
I'm glad I got to meet this Dave.
Yeah,
too.
This Dave's he's a gem.
So are you coming to Connect tomorrow?
Yeah, I will be there tomorrow for sure.
Okay.
I won't, because I'm going to game night.
Game night?
With my friend.
Oh.
It's our therapy.
Your therapy?
We don't talk about our feelings, but we make fun of each other.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of your mom jokes. So.
Oh, really?
Sounds like a healthy environment.
It's not a healthy environment.
Oh.
No, they're good.
That's where the next podcast episode needs to happen, it sounds like.
They're good friends. We have good talks, and I think it's good for guys to talk about things.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. I think it's therapeutic.
So
okay.
It was nice meeting you, and thank you for sharing about your life.
Well, I'll treasure this. I'll keep this. Remember you forever, you guys, with this. And maybe I'll do another podcast someday, and I'll bring this up.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Be like, your podcast is super lame compared to these guys.